here with my partner Ranger Leiterman. It's January 25th afternoon. We're on our coastal trail here in Northern California. We found something a little interesting yesterday, and I'm going to have Robert kind of scientifically walk you through it. There's a lot of speculation in the Bigfoot world, and although this is something exciting, we're going to kind of go through and explain why it isn't what some would believe if they stumbled upon it. So let's go have a look. Pretty intriguing to look at, isn't it? All the characteristics are there, and Robert's going to go ahead and walk you through.
This is pretty cool. Bart, check this out. Huge redwood tree fell down, got burned out. So I'm trying to find the root section of this. It's just one big hunking piece. Usually there's like a crater where the root sections used to be. But let's check it out. Pretty long piece of wood. You can see this. And we're going to take a look closer inside here. This was so cool about this is this whole tree, which is now a log. Redwood tree, catch fire, burn, hollow out, fall over, forms like a denning place. And inside here we have a bunch of little sticks all piled up into a whole mess. Then we have old dried ferns all shoved in there as well. It's really cool. And in the middle there, it's all dug out to an impression, like something was using it for a bed. First impressions, you're all Sasquatch bed. But we started looking at some of the other details, like the game trails of the bear prints coming over here, and location of it, and the proximity of wood rat houses, which they take sticks and they build stick structures, and they live in them over generations and generations, and they just get bigger and bigger. I've seen them up to 6 feet by 6 feet. But what we have here, it looks like an old wood rat house was constructed in a safe place here over years and years until the bear found it. Pulled the structure down, dug it out, made a bed, a denning out of it, and you gotta come check this out. It's pretty cool. We got a little closer. Bart moved a little closer to get a view of this, but this is the nest area. It's missing, the wood rat nest is missing the top peak area because it's gone. It's been ripped down, pushed all down along here, and used as a bedding, nesting material. You look in the back, it's hard to see, but there's an opening where the fire had burned it, hollowed it out. So there's great ventilation, circulation, and we have this pile area. We have sticks. You can see this. This is just a handful of what we got. We have sticks collected from the area. We have dried ferns, which are basically the sword ferns that have been collected and drug in there. It's neat because they're broken off, chewed off almost. Little chew marks broken off here. So these things have pretty much been chewed off, drug over here, placed into position for the nesting material. But there's a lot of little sticks. There's even some bigger sticks that kind of got wedged in locations here, but most of them are smaller pieces. Like here's a piece here, just sitting on top of a broken piece that could have been dragged up. It's hard to tell any claw marks or anything right now. That would be really swell to find that in these pieces, but they're just big old pieces here. But the impression is dug out, and that's where something was sitting. Let me go in a little closer to show you size. It's hard to judge by looking through a camera, but let me hop in here. And here I am. I'm sitting inside. Bart can switch over to night function on the camera.
Let's go ahead and switch to night shot.
All right, good. There it is. Yeah, that allows us to see in the dark cubby holes here because of the angles of light. But I'm sitting in the nested area. If I curl up like a little ball here, actually it's rather comfortable, but this is the size of this. I'm about 5'8" on a good day, but I can fit right in here. And this is like, if I look at a place to sleep, this would be it. This is good. But what it was, again, I emphasize, it was an old wood rat facility, dug out, pushed here, turned into a nesting area, or a denning area rather, for black bears, because we saw the tracks coming in. But this is a nice little spot. I'm on my knees right now, give you an idea of size. So here's the top of the roof. I'm touching it, touching the side here, and I'm touching the side right here. And here's the ground section. But again, we have, just to show you close up here, ferns, old dried ferns. And we were actually looking at some of the edges of the ferns. which is really interesting, is they weren't just grabbed and broken off. There's like little chew marks on the edges. You can see where they were chewed, which is really helpful because that tells us that something had chewed a bunch of stuff and dragged it over, which could very well be the wood rat's insulation material. It's brilliant when you think about it. There's the back end of the wall right in there, and there's the impression right there where I was sitting in the impression. And right here is another opening that goes all the way through because there used to be a standing rabbit tree that fell down after it got burnt. And here's the sticks. To give you an idea of material right here. We have old sword fern material, a variety of sticks all shoved in here. Sticks breaking down with organic material. Sticks shoved in the back, all articulated back in here. Back on this side as well. There's the openings to the outside, but it's fronds from redwoods. Sticks all shoved in here, all different directions. And a lot of them are broken because we're standing on them, and the bears have been standing on them and using this as their bed. Before material. And this is what it looks like from the outside. There's Bart with his light on, blinding us. And looking back this way, and there's we're looking outside our opening. So it's an upside down redwood tree, burned out before it fell over, hollowed. Should provide shelter here in the redwood forest. Works out real well. And inside we have our nesting material, which is for the black bears. Pretty cool, huh? Not a bad place to be when it's raining. Hey, Bart, you want to add anything there? Hey,
no,
Bart.
just that this is probably the best one I've ever found. That's for sure.
I have to concur with that. This is really cool. People do mistake these things for Sasquatch houses, but in this case here, we believe this is for a black bear. There's black bear sign everywhere, and
not to mention we have a population of about 20 to 25,000 just in the northwest portion of the state, California.
Pretty populated place for bears, and a good place to hang too. So this probably might get occupied in about another couple of weeks. When February starts rolling around, the bears are looking for a place to be again so they can have their cubs. So unfortunately our smell and sign's gonna be all over the place, but we'll try to rehab it the best we can before we leave, and hopefully they'll still use it. But here we are, a nesting place for black bears. Typically, the black bears don't hibernate in this area here. We're too close to the coast, but we set up a reconnaissance camera project up at Humboldt, and we noticed that probably about the 27th of January through March 3rd, there were no black bears activities in front of our reconnaissance camera on this place. So therefore, they take that time period off to rest, hang around, and not do anything. So this is where they would be. In the denning areas, the ladies would find a place like this, have their cubs in here, well protected, sheltered. It's not like we have to deal with snow here because we're not that high in elevation, but it's relatively warm here during the winter time, except for the rains. 30s to 40s are usually cold temps. All right, let me hop out of here. Back to day shot here on the sides.